let's go ahead and get started on introducing our characters and our players for this campaign. I'm Cody, your game master, god of the new world and old. Hello. I'm god of this world temporarily, this world that we have made called Kazmia. We made it up in a couple of other streams. You can go back and watch those, maybe, I hope. And I will be playing literally every character except for 3 of them.
Wow,
Lynn,
that's insane, dude.
Your turn.
Big props.
Okay, howdy. I am
Do it in your character voice.
kind of. I don't know what my character voice is. My character voice is testosterone, which hasn't kicked in yet.
Take a shot.
It's like not enough.
For a shot?
Yes.
That's the only reason.
Yeah. So I am Kelmorn. I am a rock gnome. I am pretty grumpy, honestly. Don't really trust people that much. Kind of just here to like figure things out. I like nature.
You're a fucking angry short stack
I am an angry short stack.
of pancakes
You're a pancake.
and rage. Hi, so let me get a moment to get into my character voice. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I feel like that's a bit too low or a bit too cartoony. Anyway, my name is Yekik. I'm an avian. I actually forget the name of my own race.
Eric
Cochran.
Arakakra. More like Arakekra. No, we don't take that here. Yeah. So I am Yekik. I'm an Eric. Fuck. I am an Eric Cochran cleric. I have been sent from my home in the skies out as a coming of age and as a pilgrimage to experience life on the ground. So that I will. I have been on the ground for about a year, and I will go back up in another 2. I am enjoying my time on the ground here, and I am learning very much. I am learning a lot. There's much I did not know.
Just to interrupt for a second here, I think it's hilarious.
I was done.
I think it's hilarious that while you're doing what you're doing, I can see Lynn's computer in the background and know when they're
Yeah.
scrolling through shit that isn't this game.
I was literally I was double checking his character sheet to make sure that he was in fact a cleric, because I also thought he was doing that. And then I'm looking for color palettes for my fucking macros. That's why you see bright colors.
It's crazy that Lynn can actually clip.
Anyways, Mackie, your character.
All right. Let me get into the role real quick.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Standing at a lumbering 8 feet, Samson's swift paw
Sean
is
Connery?
nothing but a wall of muscle, ligaments, and pure determination masked with the barbarian rage of old. Okay, I'm waiting for Cody because he's having a moment.
This is the character I have to
Sean
deal with?
Connery!
I have to deal with
What?
Sean Connery?
Sean Connery! Sean Connery!
Oh, no. Charcuterie.
I can't believe I'm being punished. I can't believe I'm being punished for having a dynamic character voice right now.
No,
No.
straight up.
No,
You
it's
don't-
good. I love
you
it.
don't get-
Great.
You don't get to pull this bullshit whenever you wouldn't let Gopal go.
Sean Connery could kick
That's
Gopal's ass.
right.
You don't get to run around and talk like this whenever you
Wait, that's not Sean Connery. That's Bane.
That is
Yeah,
Bane.
you're doing Bane right
That
now.
is Bane. The only voice I can only do one voice at a time, and right now the only voice I can do is Bane from.
It's fucking no. It is Sean Connery / Tom Hardy.
It's Bane
Tom
from.
Connery.
It's Bane from the Harley Quinn show, which is really good, and I recommend it. Don't watch if you're under 18, please, God.
Oh, it's one of those
Yeah,
kinds of
that's-
shows.
I mean,
It's
not
one
that
of
often,
those-
but there are times. It's mostly just a lot of gore and swearing.
They say the fuck word.
They do a lot.
Shit. That's crazy. Where was I?
I don't know. We're somewhere
yes.
in the middle of this.
Unbridled barbarian rage. Can we let me hit my moment, please? I was quiet during everyone else's moment. Thank you. Okay. Fuck. I lost my place. Okay.
Apologies.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Unbridled
Anyways,
rage.
Yeah, unbridled rage. As a Leonin, he used to belong to a clan of furry fodder, but he hopes to turn himself away from that image and prove himself in the eyes of someone unknown to many of the people in this party. That's it.
I apologize in advance, but furry fodder is what I call Twitter.
I mean, Twitter is every kind of fodder if you really think about it. It's fodder for all types. Okay. So
Fodder, mudder, brother, sitter.
that's everybody's characters. Real quick, I'm gonna give a quick synopsis of like the world we're in, because we're not in like typical D&D world. We've created our own world. We've built up some stuff, and at this point, the world is called Kazmia, and it takes place 350 years after Rifts, or AR as we were calling it. Basically what that means is 350 years ago, there is a big magical rift explosion, and rifts started appearing all over Kazmia. Rifts that are just basically portals to different planes and dimensions. And over the past 350 years, these rifts and the way that they've been affecting the world of magic has become more and more commonplace and more every day. We're currently at a point in the world where our understanding of rifts are growing, but we don't fully comprehend what they like, how they form, where they come from. There's discussions about whether or not they've always been there, or if they pop up randomly or in some kind of pattern that they can detect. And that's currently where we're at when it comes to just the world of rifts. But because of the rifts and because of the natural world itself, there is a large variety of races in Kazmia. Basically, every race that exists in D&D exists at some place in Kazmia. Some are territorial and stick to their own. Others meld with other races. And as you move throughout Kazmia, there are areas that have, their own melting pots versus isolated groups of races. But where we're going to begin our story, well, we'll get into that. But yeah, is everybody ready to start?
Right as
Sure
rain.
do be.
Okay, cool. Chat, we're going to be going into podcast mode, so you guys can feel free to keep talking, but we're going to be actually doing the podcast now. And stick around till after the show, where we're going to be doing some kind of post game that I have not decided yet. I'm really bad at doing the post games, so somebody else can pick that today. Maybe we can finally do the flag thing.
Yeah. We could do the flag thing.
Is it
Okay.
prepared?
No.
Okay. All right. So, game time.
Game time.
Right now, we see the large snowy plain rise up into the mountain ranges of Calaito. The walls surrounding this tall, vertical, icy city. And we hear the walls of Calaito come down, the near silent creaking of ice as it is slowly and magically brought lower and lower. And out walks a single figure. Not very tall, not very imposing, a little over 4.5 feet tall. And wearing her cloak, she feels the draft go away as the walls begin to go back up. And behind Maribel, she feels lonely. She looks towards the bright midnight, the full moon, and the snow enlightening the way forward as she begins her journey to Scout's Burrow. Kelmorn, Yekik, and Samson, You three all wake up roughly around the crack of dawn, a little later for one, a little earlier for the other, and you all begin your walk down different paths to Scoutsboro. Each of you being members of the Scouts have your own little huts, your own little private areas to live in that are built by the community not long after you become a Scout. Once you've proven yourself on your first basic mission, passing through and completing very simple, almost Boy Scout level challenges, you are therefore allowed to become a Scout. And once you've been classified as the class and skills that you have, you are then allowed to be put on the bounty boards for people to start requesting you, or for you to start requesting your own missions. And it's not long that you all have been getting a couple of little pickup jobs here and there. The three of you have not worked together totally in any capacity yet. At times, one of you has maybe worked with the other a little bit, but never to the point where all three of you have been on a core mission together. And right now, it's just a normal morning where you're heading over to Scoutsboro, heading over to the main Scouts nest to check to see if maybe any one of you has received a bounty, or there might be a quest you're willing to bid on, in hopes that you'll be able to become, hopefully earn a little bit more notoriety at the Scouts Den. As the three of you come down your separate paths and you all collide roughly right next to each other, and you have been walking for just a few minutes, does anybody want to initiate conversation with anyone else?
Good morning, Kelmorn.
No, I'm just walking off. do not want to initiate conversation.
Wait, fuck. I spoke in Mackie's voice. Good morning, Kelmorn. No.
I don't know if that was Sean Connery enough to be my voice.
I don't know. Anyway.
It's not Connery, you know.
So if Kelmorn's just walking off, I'll go up next to Samson's like, morning. How? Fuck, I've lost my voice. Yeah, there it is. Good morning, Samson. How goes it?
Samson also walks past, but only to pick up Kelmorn by their collar, their back collar, and he says, "Comrades, it's good. It's a grand morning for the honest work of the Scouts."
Good morning indeed. What the fuck was that laugh?
Yeah, Kelmorn just really does not want to associate, vaguely knows these people in the same way that you, know people that, are in the same high school as you, but, you literally only barely know their name sometimes.
What's wrong, Kelmorn? You seem, distant.
Please leave me alone.
So be it.
Samson, his white fur glittering in the morning sun, cracks a toothy grin and he says, "I think Kelmorn is practicing one of his wizard secrets. Perhaps a jaunty game of sorts. All right, Kelmorn, you keep your trickery to yourself now."
Keep your secrets.
Secrety secrets, indeed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go find a quiet corner and
You're still held up by the scruff of your neck.
Am I?
Yeah, I picked you up.
Look.
I love how you're just continuing casual conversation after this man just picked you up.
This is probably normal.
Yeah.
I have
I'm sure
been the small
Samson
and
does
short
this
one,
all the time.
and
Very
people
common.
do pick you up when you don't ask.
I look at Samson and see he's has no new scars. And I'm like, I see the bandits didn't pose any problem to you.
None that you can see, friend.
They only
All
wounded
right,
me
fine,
mentally.
I guess.
They wounded me Piggly Wiggly.
But you can tell looking over Samson that his mane is freshly cut. You've always known him to have his mane cut, which is very weird, but it's freshly cut this morning.
Made I just like gesture to my face, looking at him. Just. Huh?
Did you shave?
No, like freaking like do the bird head tilt.
Samson's not incredibly perceptive. Actually, I think he might actually be. Hold
I
on.
think you might actually have a good perception.
Wait a minute.
I feel like that would be charisma to like social perception.
Maybe. I do have pretty basic charisma.
All right. Well, speaking of perception, I need all three of you to do perception checks.
Sweet.
Oh no.
It's roll time, baby. We're in it.
Perception. All right, that is a 17 for me.
Okay.
One
I got a
second.
16.
That's a 11 from me. I rolled in D&D Beyond because I think my roll 20 crashed.
Okay. So, Kelmorn and Yekek, you both hear, while Samson is still rambling on about the very nice, clean cut he has on his mane, or lack therefore of at the moment, you both hear the sound of footsteps coming from, or sorry, not footsteps, hoof steps coming from the woods to your west.
Is that normal? Do horses usually go through here, or
It's not
is that something of
uncommon.
interest?
It's not uncommon for horses to be coming through Scoutsboro. It's a pretty high place of traffic for both trade and people looking for work. But it's a little bit less common to hear them running in such a weird gait.
Oh, so it's like weirdly fast,
It's weirdly fast,
right?
and it doesn't
or
sound
like injured.
it's weirdly fast, and it doesn't sound like the normal gait of a horse.
Potentially not a horse. Oh, maybe like a centaur, like a spider with horse hooves. I'm realizing that.
Yes. Spider horse.
How dare you? How did you guess my new race, the Sporce? The combination of spider and horse.
Spider horse.
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 Ridiculous.
Okay. So since
Centaur.
you two passed the perception, I'm gonna need all three of you to do a reflex save, but I'm gonna need
A dexterity saving throw.
a dexterity save. That's right. But Kelmorn and Yetkek, you get advantage on it since you all picked up the noise while Samson's rambling.
Fine, whatever.
All right.
All right. Good, because one of those was a 1, so that's an 11 for me.
Okay.
We're gonna count the 17 because I accidentally double clicked and got that nat 20. So
Okay.
18.
All right.
You hate to see it.
Okay, and then wait, saving throws.
Dexterity
They're
saving
on
throw.
the top left.
All right, so is it just like clicking our? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
on
I've
D&D
got.
Beyond, it's just that easy.
Wait, one more. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, my high is a 13.
Okay. So, who got the lowest? Yekik got the lowest?
I got the lowest, yeah.
Okay. Yekik, even though you were already facing in the direction of the sound whenever you heard it, you do still see flying over the, like, straight out of the forest woods, you do see a fireball coming your way, and you're unable to move out of the way
shit.
as the fireball collides with you. Actually, I'm realizing fireball might be a bit too strong of a spell, so we're going to say you're just getting hit
I
by
have
a
7
couple.
hit points.
You're getting hit by a couple of magic missiles. Let's say that instead. That makes
Fiery magic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need you to take. That's that.
Mackie said he was excited to fight. I guess we're
So
fighting.
if I succeeded my dexterity saving throw, instead of succeeding to dodge, can I succeed to jump in the way of them?
Do you have an ability that allows you to do so?
I don't think so, but
'Cause
I guess it is.
there are abilities that allow you to, like, take combat damage for your allies.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that yet because that comes
Okay.
into archetypes and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't think you're there yet. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to take 4 damage from the magic missiles pegging into your body.
Cool. I'm at 3 hit points.
Mhm,
I
Welcome to level 1.
I should be singed.
That's pretty crazy because I have 15 hit points.
Welcome to level
have
1
8.
barbarian.
What the fuck?
Tank.
I mean, I have -1 to con, so I'm a
I have +2 to con, and I still have
Soft.
8.
soft man.
I got a +3 to
Um,
con.
Samson, sorry, Yekik, not much longer after you feel those magic bolts pegging into your chest, you see a young shrouded character run out from underneath the woods and start running towards your group. All three of you see this now.
I want to draw my double-bladed scimitar, and I gleam at this character, this mysterious figure.
The character, seeing the three of you and seeing your blade, doesn't stop running towards you.
Cool.
I'm grabbing a dagger and like getting ready to throw.
I'm gonna. I guess basically just prepare and be ready to cast healing on myself. For when initiative potentially starts.
I want to position myself in front of the two.
Okay. As as soon as you get into position, Samson, taking like a step forward to get between yourself and this approaching character, the approaching character takes a fall as you see an arrow lodged into the back of its furry hind leg.
Is this like a humanoid creature on a horse, or what's going on?
It is a humanoid creature. Yes, I should have said hind leg. It's furry leg.
I will definitely, if that's the case, make haste to the creature and drag it by its robe closer to our cleric.
Okay.
So did this thing cast magic missile at me and then collapse, or did the magic missile come from behind it?
You don't know. You didn't see that. You saw the magic missile come out of the woods, and then you saw this creature running out of the woods. That is what you see. That's the context you have.
Cool. Cool.
Samson, as you grab the creature by its cloak and you start pulling it forward, you hear a soft voice say, "Please help me."
I say, "Worry not, friend. We are noblemen, not in the societal kind, just in the and yeah, he's basically saying this, dragging this man across the ground, more so in the nobleness of our
I'm a
hearts."
nice guy.
And then I sort of plop them down
close.
in front of Yekik.
Okay. As soon as you plop this character down, you see the hood come down as they throw it back, revealing bright red hair and horns coming out on either side of the top of their head. And a soft freckled face looks over into the woods, and she holds up her hand and she casts some kind of spell that none of you seem to recognize. Primarily by the sense that it has kind of a runic symbol in front of it instead of just being like a spell conjured like a normal spell is. And a second later, you see two bright blue lights in the woods, one that seems a little farther away than the other. And one of the lights is slowly turning from blue to red. And a couple of seconds later, another hail of magic missiles comes flying towards Kelmorn.
Okay, can I dive in the way now?
I'll let you do a dexterity save.
Okay.
I'll let you do like a dexterity check to see if you have time to react and dive in the way.
Doesn't matter because my modifier is 1 anyways.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, that'll do it. You hop in the way of the magic missile, taking what's your AC? Oh wait, there's no AC on the magic missile. Never mind.
Yeah, no, it's homing.
Yeah. All right, taking bop. Taking 5 damage.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just gonna yell at a presumed out of character Satyr. Creature, if this is your doing, halt, or I will be forced to retaliate.
It's not me. They just started chasing me out of the woods a few moments ago. I've only been running for 10 minutes. I don't know. They're watch out. And as you look over, you see the two figures stepping out of the woods, robed much differently than the simple cloth that our satyr friend is wearing. They're robed in a much more decorated fashion, one that's much brighter, more colorful. And you see them coming forward towards you, and we need to roll some initiative.
Do I recognize this garb? Is this like, oh, these are like city officials, and they're like
Fuck.
chasing a criminal, and we got caught in the crossfire, or is this like garb that I don't recognize?
This is garb unrecognized to actually do some culture checks if you want to see if everyone wants to do a culture check and see if they recognize this, you can.
Okay, let it be known I crit
Okay,
failed
am
my
I-
fucking initiative check.
Oh no.
Wait, is culture under history in D&D?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 12 on my culture check, and on my initiative, I got a very bad thing. I got a 3 plus 1. I got a 4 for my initiative.
Cool. I got an 18. My history.
I got a 10 for both my history and my initiative.
Oh, okay. All right. So
So-
as far as the culture check goes, none of you recognize the
wait.
actual like. Go ahead.
Never mind.
Yeah. So as far as the culture goes, none of you recognize the actual designs or any kind of defining characteristic about it. You just notice that the clothing is very heavily padded. Like the figures underneath seem like they're probably a decent bit slimmer than the actual clothing itself would suggest.
I am going to rush to the unknown humanoid on our side, and wait, initiative.
This is
happened,
combat
sorry.
encounter time.
Yeah, this is combat time.
I had my mind backwards.
So give me your numbers again.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
4.
So Samson's a 1.
10.
Warren's a 10. 4. And let me roll for them. Oof.
Excuse me, it's Yekik. There's a glottal stop there.
Like I heard you use multiple times, sure.
Yekik.
Right. First. This one. Third. No, this one goes second. I count 10.
Do we have a map we should be paying attention to?
I am opening up the map as soon as I finish getting the order figured out.
So I in my notes I started to write like satyr boy, but realized that I don't know the gender, so I started to write person. So I ended up writing satyr boyerson.
All right.
Incredible.
Can players
Satyr boy,
can
see you later,
players
boy.
see the map at the moment?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a nice map.
Cool.
Very cute.
So, you all are the 4 icons over here to the right, including the satyr, who is the little small one back here to the back. Let me make sure stream can
baby.
see it. Boom, there we are. Stream, this is our player characters right here, right here, right here, and right here. And then over here is the mage and the archer you all have just seen walk out of the woods. The archer has just finished knocking another arrow and is leveling it towards the party. He's going to take a shot at...
I dare him to take a shot at me. I fucking dare him.
Yeah, he's going to take a shot at Samson. Let's do that.
How funny.
Okay, so... What? This is a 16 hit.
I believe so. Hold on. I think it just hits. Yes, it does.
Okay. Take 2 damage as an arrow strikes and clips off your armor, but still kind of pushes you back just a little bit.
I don't wear armor.
Okay, fine. It scrapes your shoulder blade then.
Sweet. It's sticking out of my shoulder.
Your
like
bones.
badass.
Next in the order is the mage, who has already spent 2 magic missiles in the opening encounter. Before the encounter even really began. So it's going to go ahead and use its last magic missile. This one, let's see. I mean, the only person who hasn't taken a hit yet is Kelmorn, right? Yeah.
I'm too small though. Too small to beat up. You cannot bully.
I'm still magic missiling you. Hold on. Jesus Christ. A 1, a 1, and a 1. You take 3 points of damage from 3 terrible magic missiles.
Cool.
They explode around you.
Explode around you, making you
Okay.
feel terrible, frankly. All right.
Makes you really feel like the darkness.
So now we're getting to our first actual character order. Kelborn, it's your turn.
Fuck yeah. Okay, whichever one just like flung shit at me, I'm gonna go fling shit back.
All right, Kelborn, you are the mage at the top of this little square of characters. You're the very top one there.
The one with the green.
Yeah, the one with the green.
Cool. Okay. I am going to use Firebolt.
What's Kelmorn's inner dialogue right now?
Okay.
Just like fuck shit.
what's
I
the
wanted to
range?
go in a corner.
What's the range on Firebolt?
120 feet.
Oh, okay. No, you definitely got this. Yeah, go ahead. Fix range attack.
Yep.
Yep.
So ranged spell attack.
Okay. And I don't remember. Do I add anything to range? I'm sorry. I'm still trying
You
to.
would add your
Yeah,
dexterity
it's
modifier.
on your. It's on your. No. Not only that, it's on your character sheet under spells.
Yeah.
Oh, it is under spells. Okay.
Should be a +5, I believe.
Yes. Okay. Cool. I literally crit succeeded. So that's a 25.
Oh,
That means you get to roll double the damage
you
dice.
get to roll double the damage dice,
Yeah,
which
we got a crit.
We got a
Which,
crit. First crit of
um,
the campaign.
2d10, I think.
Sorry, little mage boy. You're
If-
about to
if Lynn.
eat shit.
All right, Lynn, let me know what the damage is.
The damage is 16. I rolled a 6 and a 10.
Okay. So the mage, flipping through his scrolls, trying to find in desperation some kind of spell to throw back at you, looks up as their final moments are realized as an immolating ball of flame covers them, and within seconds
Wait,
of
is it-
writhing, they're dead.
Is
Cool.
the immolating ball of flame Kelmorn or the projectile from Kelmorn's spell?
Both.
You one-shot this level
I
1
fling a
mage
fireball at you,
immediately.
and then I fling meat at you.
You just immediately one-shot this mage. Well done. All right.
Yeah, that was
next-
actually really good, though.
That was sick. Wow. All right. Next in the order is Yekik.
Powerful.
Yeah, all right. So I am going to as a what's the order? Do you can you do action the bonus?
You can do
action,
literally
or does the
anything in
order matter?
anything in any order.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can attack, then
first
move.
is a bonus
you can
action.
bonus action, attack, or bonus action, move, whatever you want to do.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on the satyr to heal them. That's healing 1d4 plus 3.
Okay.
Is there anything special with that? Let me just double check.
I don't believe so. I believe it's a raw 1d4 plus 3.
Nope. Yeah, it's just d4 plus 3 of the bonus action.
Nice.
So that's a 7. That's max
Oh,
heal.
hell yeah. Great. They're overhealed by 5. That arrow did not hit them very hard. Well
Yeah,
done.
I thought they were like. All right. And now that they're healed, I was planning on sort of like lifting them out of the fray and flying up. But I will instead, fucking crossbow time, and with a range of 80, so I'm sure that's far enough away. And let's roll.
Hold on. Let's see. Your bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Let me actually measure that because you might be a little short.
You should get I should be 16 away. That's 80 units if each of those are 5.
Yeah, each of those are 5. Where is the scale?
Yeah, They're not
They're not direct.
they're 14 units away
Gotta.
horizontally, so they're a little bit more than 14.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, we'll say you're just in range. Yeah, that
And-
looks about right.
If it's out of range, I can just roll on disadvantage because it's got a secondary range of 320.
Yeah, we'll say you're just in range. All right, yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. That's a 16 to hit.
Yep, that's going to hit. Roll damage.
That's a 7.
All right, your arrow flies true and strikes him right just in the gut of his abdomen. And you see him stagger back for just a second and look down at the arrow as he looks back up and knocks another arrow. And Samson, he is officially challenging you to a duel off at this point.
Nice.
He's got a longbow, not a crossbow, so he can't shoot nearly as far. You're gonna see him run up next to this rock formation here, where he's just within range.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, so it is his turn again? Because I didn't get my turn.
You crit failed.
Oh, okay. If that's how you want to roll it.
Yeah, sorry, you
Rule
crit
it, I
failed.
guess.
Yeah. Honestly, you might not get a chance because y'all are rolling hot so far. Yeah, he's going to run up and he's going to try and take a shot at you. You kick.
I thought he was challenging me personally.
No, did I say Samson?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant Yekik.
Yeah, you said
I'm
Samson.
sorry. My bad. I meant Yekik.
Oh. I lock eyes and I'm like, I take this challenge.
All
This is
right.
a
Well,
learning
you're also going to
experience
take a
for me.
nat 20. Let me go ahead and...
I'm at 3 hit
Yakek
points.
just like T poses.
You're at 3 hit points?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're taking 5. Congratulations. You're unconscious as an arrow slaps its way in between your ribs. And you go
He's definitely
down.
not within 5 feet. Cool. Yeah. I'll just take 5.
All right. And you're officially
I'm
unconscious.
down.
All right.
Cool.
So next in the order is Kelmorn, the archer, looking very pleased with himself that he has managed to down one of your comrades.
Okay.
I accept this challenge, see the arrow flying at me, realize how hurt I am already, and just be like, wait, as it hits me and like knocks me down.
Okay. Would I be able to use like an attack and then maybe do like a medicine roll to see if I can like
No,
get
the rolls in
Yakek
action.
stable?
A roll is an action.
Roll's
Movement
an
doesn't. Yeah. You
Gotcha.
have to do an action and a movement. You don't get 2 actions.
All right.
We got bonus actions though.
Well, bonus actions, yeah, but those aren't the same.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
to be
yeah.
specifically
No,
noted as
yeah.
bonus actions.
yeah, I'm saying they might
My
have.
only thing is 2 weapon fighting. So yeah, I think I'm going to let Samson deal with the last one, and I'm gonna go over to Yakek and do a bit of medicine.
Okay, go ahead and do a medicine check for me.
Cool. Oh no.
What'd you roll?
That
man?
is a nat 1.
Oh
plus 2.
no. Okay.
Please don't kill him. We just got here.
So you get over to him and you're working on trying to like stop the bleeding, and your immediate panic moment is to rip the arrow out, and hopefully that stifles the bleeding. Instead, what it does is it makes the bleeding even worse. I'm not going to kill him immediately, but he has 1 less saving throw for life or death.
All right, one death
so-
failure.
You have 2. You usually have 3 saving throws.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
You have 2 saving
Yeah,
throws.
no. So I have knocked off 1 failure.
No,
on
no,
my
no. The way
death save.
saving throws work is like you have to either hit 3 death saving throws or 3
failures.
success. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like,
you have 1 failure right now, automatically without any
Yeah.
rolls. All right, and now that we're at Yekik's turn, Yekik, go ahead and give me your first saving throw.
That's
Is this
yeah.
DC 10?
It's a flat
Well,
D20. Above 10 is a save. Below 10 is a fail.
Yeah.
10 counts
so
as
DC 10,
a-
just like a flat.
fail.
Yeah, 10 counts as a fail.
Cool. 2
Okay.
What the fuck?
2 fails in. Oh boy. Am I about to kill y'all?
Cody, what have you done?
I'm gonna TKO y'all game 1.
You're not gonna TKO me, Cody. Sorry.
Samson's just gotta hit this boy once. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm literally about to rage and take half damage.
Okay. Yeah, Samson, it's your turn.
All right. So I let out my rage as a bonus action. So now I take resistance to all piercing, slicing, and bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I also do a +2 to any strength combat. I can regularly move 35 feet in combat, but that's still not enough to get to him. So I'm going to use my action to dash and double my combat speed
Okay.
to get right up on him.
All right. Sounds good.
And I can't really do anything from there. So
Okay. All right. So next in the turn order is the archer. And he does not have a lot of options with you running up on him. So you're going to see him drop the bow and arrow he has knocked and pull out a short sword. And he is going to try and slash at you with the short sword. Short sword. Word.
bring it on.
The sword.
Short.
All right. A 12 doesn't hit you, right?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Kelmorn, your turn next.
Please, did you take any healing spells, Lynn?
No, because I thought you were the healer.
I have so many healing spells. I can stabilize someone who's at 0 hit points. I took Spare the Dying.
Cool. Okay.
I didn't think I would be the one who was dying.
Ironic,
well,
isn't
tragic.
it? Ironic, isn't it? He could save
gotta-
the ones he loved, but he could not save himself.
Save himself.
I'm looking through like my gear and stuff to see if I've got anything that would like be
Honestly,
useful right now.
probably a medicine roll to stabilize is the best bet we have, unless you have some sort of healing
Yeah,
potion.
I mean,
That's what I'm
you
looking
can't crit
for.
fail twice in a row, right?
I also have a +5
You just
to
jinxed me
medicine.
and now. No, okay, I'm gonna. Cullen, if this fails, I'm so sorry. As long as it doesn't crit fail, he's not gonna die though, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
Right. If you don't crit fail, I'm not gonna make him take another failure on death.
Thank God.
Okay, what is it?
17.
17? Okay.
It's a 17.
Do you have any bonuses, or is it just a flat 17?
It's a 15 plus 2.
Okay. Gotcha. In that case, we're gonna go ahead and count that as one save. So you're one failure away, but you're 2 saves away. All right. Next in the order is Yekik. You're
Let's
I'm
go.
about
Yeah,
to-
you're
yes.
one fail away, but you're also 2 saves away.
I see a faint outline of Karanos. I'm finally going to meet him.
Did you
On the
fail?
stormy shore. Yay,
got
success!
13.
And
Yeah,
he
success.
succeeded.
Oh my God.
You literally have a 50-50 chance.
You literally
next
have
round.
a 50-50
Karanos,
chance next round.
Karanos is fading.
Kiranos was like, "What's up?" And then he's like, "Actually, I'm not so sure. Give me a sec." All right, and next in
Hey,
the
hold
turn
on, I have an
order is
appointment.
Samson.
All right. I drop my double-bladed
him up.
scimitar, completely engulfed in my rage, and I start claw attacking him with my fucking
Zoom.
Just punching.
and mouth, and yeah.
Okay, well, give me a d20.
He's like jumping.
Plus, hold on. That's a 10 plus.
It's not undoable.
Where is it? So it's 14.
Ooh, you beat him by 1. All right, roll damage.
Nice.
Roll damage
Alright.
for your big boy claws and hands.
It's 1d4 plus 4
This has
because
been
I
the
get
most
a
stressful first
Oh, it's
encounter
plus
I've
4?
ever had.
yeah plus 4
Oh, he's
because
dead.
I'm raging, so it gives me a +2, and then it's a +2 strength modifier, so 5.
It's plus 4. He has
Also-
he has exactly 4 life left.
Crazy.
Your claws tear into and gut this like archer who had fear in his eyes whenever he missed his first and last swing at you. And if everybody wants, and now that combat's over, if you all wish to run over and try to stabilize, actually, before you all run over and start attempting to stabilize Yekik again, you see the satyr look over and put her hands on him. And she does a little bit of a roll.
If she kills
Okay.
him, we're killing her.
She does a little bit of a roll, and you sense like this light blue light for just a moment, and all of a sudden, Yekik's breathing starts to stabilize and steady. He will not die today. Yekik, go ahead and take back 2 hit points.
2 hit points.
God bless.
You will not die today in the very first encounter.
Fuck you, Cody.
This is good. I like this.
That was a lot more stress in the first fight than I honestly expected for a level 1 mage and a level 1 archer. All right, yeah.
Oh, they're both level 1?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard fight then, because that would make their CR 2 and we're a level 1 party.
Yep. Yeah, that was a little bit harder than I expected it to be, but y'all did it! Woo! First combat!
Did it.
All right, so,
He called out to me.
Okay, now that we're not in immediate danger, I want to stand as far away from Yekik as I possibly can while still being within hearing range.
Oh God.
you've done it.
What-
You're away
what,
from him now.
I've done it. Thanks.
What happened? What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
That's the
That's
best.
your character voice now.
What happened?
So I walk back over.
I'm not going to be the mouse.
I walk
Alright.
back over to Yekik as he comes to and says what happened, and blood's still tainting this like white coat of mine, just dripping down my fucking jaw. I say, "We won!"
Oh, I'm in
As
hell, aren't I?
as you're walking back, the young satyr sees you covered in blood, and she seems extremely horrified and like jumps back a little bit, like out of fear.
I think I'm gonna faint. I think I'm in hell. These are the fields of punishment. That's what I'm gonna call them because I can't think of the name.
I'm gonna go walk over to the satyr and ask her, like, hey, how did you get here? Do you know who those people were?
They're wearing garbs that match the garb of the guard at Calaito Vare, but they're not guards of Calaito Vare. I would recognize them.
Can we, like, go over and, like, examine the bodies?
Yeah, what's left of the one you burnt to a crisp and then eviscerated? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Looking at the 2 bodies, the one that got tore up by Samson is the one that's much more likely to give you any real evidence, considering you literally caused the other one to burst into entirely flames.
Yeah, that's fair.
That one's much closer to being a pile of ash than a remaining body at this point.
Cool. Should
yeah.
I do, like, an investigation check?
Yes,
Can
please.
someone grab my crossbow bolt from the arrow boy?
Cool.
You can, yeah. Or we can assume that you
I
get it
am-
and just
I
give
am
it to you,
taking a-
sure.
I'm taking a stress nap.
Yeah, you're taking a
I
stress
think
nap. I
I'm
feel
in
that.
hell.
All right.
Me too. All right, an investigation. Holy shit. That is another nat 20.
Hell yeah. Okay. So
That's a 23.
as you're digging through,
Tell me everything.
as you're digging through the coats and the pockets of the coat and the different layers of clothing, you get all the way through the first 2 layers of garb, and underneath the very bottom of it, you see what looks like very traditional mercenary gear. Dark leathered armor that's been patchworked and put back together after a fight of different encounters. A couple of what seem like maybe trophies from different kills and different exploits. And as you're digging through some of the pouches, you find 15 gold pieces and a letter. The letter is
Damn, this dude's rich.
partially marred with blood, so some bits of it do seem to be hard to read, especially towards the bottom where the signature would be. But
This is blood soluble ink.
But at the beginning of the letter, you can read, "Your mission is to stop the fawn. Do not allow her to receive help from Scoutsboro or anywhere else. If she makes it there, end her before she gets the message out." And then another sentence that begins and does not finish, seemingly just to be a threat of some sort, that if they fail, they'll probably be killed. So end all be all, they got what they deserved. But yeah, that's the information that you got off of the letter. That they were sent on a mission to kill the fawn. Or to kill the satyr.
So I'm gonna go kind of just slowly walk back over to her and just be like sit down and be like,
The fuck is this?
I didn't tell you guys what I read.
No, I'm asleep. I have
Taking a big nappy.
taking a big nap.
Yeah, kick nap.
But I'm gonna walk over to her and sit down and be like, do you have something that you have to share with us? Because these people were out for you.
I was sent from Calaito there to send a message to the scouts saying that we were gonna need some help. I was just sent to deliver a message. I wasn't allowed to break the wax seal. And she holds up a letter. I'm supposed to deliver it directly to Mr. Tipton. And you all recognize the name Tipton as the leader of Scoutsboro. He is the original founder of the Scouts, as well as the town's pseudo-mayor. It doesn't really have a mayorship in it, but he is what everyone looks up as the leading figure in the town. But at the end of the day,
the Scouts are
really
a new organization.
The Scouts is roughly 30 years old.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, so this is an old dude.
Well,
so yeah, I'm gonna go just walk her over, take the note, take her, and just start walking towards Tipton's tent or whatever we've got going on here. Houses.
gotcha.
Before we leave, I want to snip off a little bit of hair from the guy I mauled to death, and
Okay.
I tie the ends of the hair with little pieces of twine from my bag, and then I put it in my bag and I say, "Whew, another kill to my name."
Another trophy for Samson.
I have so much uncomfort and fear just
Around
being around Samson.
around Shanson Connery.
Shamson.
You're 3 feet
Around
tall.
Bane.
I'm 8 feet tall. You know.
You're 3 foot tall. I'm 8 foot tall. We are
I
not
can't
the
even
same.
kick you in the fucking knee. I would have to headbutt you.
Watch your shins.
Watch your shins.
Because apparently everyone forgot about me. I'm probably just gonna wake up and there's gonna be no one around me.
Well, I mean, Samson didn't say he was going anywhere, so
Oh.
I just said I was taking the satyr.
I did say before we leave, I pick it up, so I haven't left yet.
So
But
All right.
So as you all
Bye,
figure
dude.
out how in the world you three are traveling together with this young satyr, you all return to the path that you were just walking on, and from where you all live, it's roughly a 10-minute walk. You got cut off about 5 minutes through, from the outskirts of Scoutsboro, where the newer entries and the constantly expanding edge of the city is. Or edge of the town is. It's not much of a city yet. And you all start heading towards the massive building in the center that, historically started out as just an old horse's fence. You can even see the original classic pattern of the original fencing itself that wraps around the entirety of the building. That was used as the base frame and start of the building as it was built up and over to form a full-size dome. On the outskirts and different sides of the building, you see smaller buildings that are just a little few feet away from it, as well as vendors and blacksmiths, places where you can trade for new equipment, get your equipment repaired, order some new custom equipment, and then you reach the doors to the front of the Scouts' Den. As you open the doors...
Go
ahead.
At that point, I believe I'm going to say I wake up just on Samson's shoulder as I am draped
Sure, that's fine.
across it.
You awaken.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, excuse me, friend. Could you let me down, please?
All right, I let him down, and I look back towards the area that we fought, and I pat him on his little feathery head, and I say, "Good job back there, buddy."
So
I
patronizing.
appreciate it.
No, he did a good job.
I'm
He
sort
saved
of
the
like-
pond.
I hate
Yeah.
that our entire party is just like gentlemen, and then this one asshole
gremlin.
gnome that is approximately 3 feet
Yeah.
tall.
So I'm
and
like
go
a,
fuck you.
I'm like a newborn doe on my feet because I nearly just died. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
you got some
wobbly
blood to get
walking.
back. You got to grow some more blood, dude.
I'm gotta grow more blood.
Hang on, let me take a quick nap and grow some more
I'm
blood.
definitely gonna be leaning on Samson for the next day or so.
All right,
Until I
sounds
sort of
good.
regain my balance.
As you all enter the scout's den, you see that in the middle, towards the very back of the building, there is a carpet that leads to a large table that sets up to be a small open office that you see Tipton sitting at the moment. But before you even get to take more than a few steps in, you see a small kobold named Kobe look over at you and say, "Samson! What happened? You look terrible."
Oh,
Samson.
Samson very quickly does the cat bathing where he licks his wrist and then starts going over his head with his licked wrist.
You see Kobe go, Yakik, Yakik, are you okay? You look terrible.
He just goes to the party calling us by name and saying, "You look awful." Thanks, Kobe.
A good day to you too. I do believe I nearly met Karanos. I'm having a bit trouble walking right now. God, my voice is turning into Mackie's voice.
Just try to do Jeff Goldblum.
Okay. Well,
Hey, I'm Jeff.
no.
I wear
I will.
camo
Not so hard,
camel
bro.
print. I got cool shoes. I'm Jeff Goldblum.
Hate this.
Hold on,
Not
let
even
me
close.
YouTube.
I hate this so much.
Hey Google, play
No.
Jeff Goldblum.
Stop.
I meant to turn her off. Okay, she's off. It's fine.
Okay. So,
Okay, let me listen to Jeff Goldblum.
so Kobe says, you should probably go over and see Angie. She's in today. She'll be able to hopefully get you all cleaned up and healed up. And Samson, stop licking.
I've taken a bit of
this
a
point,
bit of a
Samson
bump.
is-
Point me towards Andy.
He points to the opposite side of to the western side of the scout's den, and then he says, "Kelmorn, you look fine. Who's your friend?" And he's looking over at the satyr, whose name you all do not know yet.
I'm just gonna be like, message for Tipton. And just give him kind of like the heads up, like, "Hey, dude," nod.
Yeah. Okay. He says, okay, that's fine. Yeah, he's not busy, I don't think. Anyways, I'm gonna go back over here now. Bye. And you see him run over to what looks like a bunch of slots in the wall as he starts taking letters and putting them into different boxes. As you realize, Kobe is the mail carrier here at the Scout's Den.
I love
Oh,
Kobe.
baby.
Everybody loves Kobe, and new
At this
sick.
point,
Kobe
I
eats
have
people. I bet Kobe eats people.
so is Samson. At
Kobe's
this
the
point,
reason why you're missing so much blood.
Kobe's that one secretary
Gordy?
in the Starfinder path. Yeah,
Gordy.
Gordy. Kobe is Gordy.
Oh no, not Gordy.
I'm gonna
No.
I'm gonna hobble over to the medical place.
Okay, you hobble over to the medical place, and Angie looks you over, nods, and just starts slowly casting like a little bit of a healing spell over you. And you do start to feel a little bit better, although the healing is going to take some time. Like the next 30 minutes is going to be you healing and getting all your hit points back, and getting the blood back in your body,
I'm-
getting
Your
topped
blood.
off. Growing fresh blood even
taking-
faster than
taking-
normal. Growing
Yeah,
fresh
taking
Gotta
the
go
little-
fill up the old blood tank.
Yeah,
Taking the good old bath.
at this point, Samson has licked and eaten all of the blood off of him.
yeah.
So he's clean again. He's bathed
Samson-
himself.
Samson and Calmorn, you two are more than good if you want to go ahead and approach Tipton, or you can wait until after Yekik is done if you want to wait and talk to Tipton.
I'm just gonna go ahead and talk. We can fill Bird in later.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and talk to Tipton too.
All right. Tipton sees the three of you approaching, and you all have seen Tipton many, many times. You can tell that he is shorter than most lizard folk. Lizard folk typically being roughly 6 to 7 feet tall. He is shorter than most and more stocky than most, being just over 5 feet and quite broad on the shoulders. On either he's wearing his typical garb, being a small shawl that he uses whenever he needs to cover his head in the rain. He hates the rain. And on either side of his arms, one arm you see scarred up by what looks like burns and cuts at the top of his shoulder, whereas on his other forearm he has the branding of the scouts. He has the branding of the scouts, being a sparrow carrying an axe. An axe in one foot and the branch of the great barrow in another foot, symbolizing peace and power through all things. And he looks over at you all, and he says, "What can I do you for this evening?"
I'm just gonna
Everyone's taking Mackie's voice.
I'm not taking
I
Mackie's
didn't mean
voice.
for it to
Mackie
be
can have his
British.
voice.
I didn't mean for it to be British. I just meant for it to be deep. But deep and British are synonymous in my brain. I'm gonna try not to do that anymore.
same apparently.
So yeah, I'm gonna gesture towards the satyr and just be like, "You've got a messenger. We don't really know what's going on, but there was two what's the word? Gremlins after her. I don't remember the word.
You were attacked by gremlins and you couldn't take them on your own? They're not typically very aggressive little
Not
fellas.
Gremlin the race, but Gremlin the energy.
Okay.
Did you forget bandits, raiders, assassins?
As always.
Yeah, whatever it was like bandits, but mercenary. That was the word, mercenary.
Mercenaries do not have gremlin energy.
I'll have
They're
you
paid
hold
to
your
do
tongue,
things.
Samson. The most dangerous mercenary I've ever crossed swords with was a gremlin.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tipton. I'm glad you understand me.
His name was Pytus the Mighty. I have to now make a character for Pytus the Mighty. He
Good.
says, well, go ahead and step forward, young lady. And she has already very much kind of started treating Kelmorn as kind of a wall from everybody else around him. But she pulls out the letter and steps forward. And you see Tipton take the letter, nod his head in thanks, and break the wax seal as he starts to read through it. And you hear him mumbling to himself, Calaito says espionage, spies, potential coup. And he takes the letter and sets it down on his table, and he says, well, it looks like the leadership in Calaito may soon be experiencing a form of a coup. There seems to be some discourse in their seats, and well, let's just say the king and queen are worried that they might not be able to hold their station for much longer. They ask that through all the years of being secure and consistent trade partners with not only Scouts Den, but much of our country that they hope that the scouts will be able to weed out the members of the coup and hopefully convince some of them to stick within themselves. That being said, they said that young Maribel here needs to also be safely returned to Calaito Vare. Well, typically at this point we would set out the bounty and the bid, but you three seem to have handled yourselves just well. As he looks over and sees that Yekik is starting to get some color in the thinner parts of his face back. And Yekik, you're starting to feel much more yourself. And he looks over at the satyr and says, Maribel, you've done very well. You were very brave today. And she looks up at him, blushes, and nods as she kind of like turns away and hides her face in her cloak again. Again, staying behind Kelmorn. So if you
Cody, with that heal, am I up at full or is it just a couple?
You're up at full now. Yeah. After
Cool.
the healing session, yeah, you're back up to full. And Tipton looks over at you, Samson, and Kelmorn, while Yekik, you're still way over in the corner, and he says, well, you were looking, as all scouts do, hopefully for some sort of notoriety and a chance to take the chance to build your reputation. I think a peace mission over to Calaito Vare, so far away to the north, might just be what you need to jump a few ranks around here. That is, if you three wish to take the mission.
I mean, she's got to get back somehow.
I give Tipton a salute, however we salute in the Scouts, and I say, above all else, duty first.
From the corner, I hear mission, and I'm like, what?
Fill you in a minute.
We're going on a trip.
In our favorite rocket
On our
ship.
favorite rocket ship.
No,
I can't
we're
believe
not
I
going.
lost my children.
We're not going any farther. All right. So,
Oh.
yeah, he has officially offered you three the mission, and Kelmorn at the very least is in. Samson's in. Yekik, he looks over at you and he says, Eric Cochran, do you wish to go to Calaito Vare?
What?
Calaito Vare!
Right over there?
I say, pardon me for a moment, and then I leave, and then I take Yekik from the healer, not fully
Go
healed.
and scream at the bird.
No, I'm like in a bath, so I'm like dripping wet. You're carrying me.
You were literally
You're flat.
sitting. You were literally sitting on a bench.
He fell off the bench and into the.
There is no
convenient
bath.
bathtub.
Nope.
Flapping his
I had
wings.
hopes there was a bath.
Anyways,
When Samson carries me over, I'm just gonna like in Samson's hand, just, hey, so what was that? I'm just like in this man's hands.
you were. We were asking you if you wanted to go to Calaito Vare with the others for a quest.
Oh, absolutely. I haven't been there before. I wish. Do you have any winter vestments?
You
that
all
I
will
can
be
borrow?
stocked up on the way out. Not much. You will. I'll put in the order. We'll have Kobe run it down to the gearsmith, and they'll be sure to get you all the extra clothes and such that you need to survive the harsher winters up there.
Well, thank you.
Let's see. Is there anything else? No. Kobe will put in the order, and you all will be ready to go by sundown. And is there anything else that you all want to say to Tipton while you're here?
No, I'm ready to take my position as a loyal scout.
Ready to go on.
I just kind of let him know, like, yeah, I think those they've been taken care of, but you should probably send someone for cleanup in Woods
three.
Aisle number 10.
Aisle W.
Aisle 10 of the woods.
Yeah.
We'll see that it's done. And as you all
Those are
start
like-
as you all start walking out, the satyr behind you, Kelmorn, you hear Tipton go, "Young lady, you seem injured. Go, please visit Angie. She can take care of you." And she looks up and nods and starts like slowly walking towards the healing booth as she's limping. And do any of you want to wait behind for the satyr, for Maribel, as you know?
I mean, I still need to finish my healing, so
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll go
wait
back.
over there.
Okay, so Kelmorn and Yekik, you're waiting. Samson, are you going to join them?
I guess I don't have anything else to do.
He's
Okay.
just walking out.
I'll
So-
sharpen my double-sided fucking scimitar blades.
So, as Maribel reaches Angie starts again silently, not saying any words. She grabs the shaft with the arrow and pulls it out, and starts slowly healing up the small wound on Maribel's leg. But Maribel looks up at the three of you and she just says, "Thank you."
God, you're all right. Also, what the fuck? The nurse can pull out an arrow, but when I do it, it's a crit fail and almost kills our character.
The trained medical professional can save a life, but me, a simple mage, can't. Oh
Tragic.
dear. But as they're going through the healing process, you also see that like Maribel is like sweating quite a bit. She's just sweating a lot. And it doesn't take much for all three of you to realize that she is a satyr wearing a thick hood and like she's wearing a very thick like robe,
no.
and it's just causing her to burn up. But she's like, she doesn't want to take it. She obviously doesn't want to like take the robe off and reveal her identity to everybody if she doesn't have to.
It's me.
Yeah. Can we get her like something lighter? Like maybe some sort of like tunic and then like a hood?
You say that out loud, and Angie looks over and she grabs.
this lady something lighter over here?
Angie looks over and she grabs a small green shawl that she had that she has for emergencies. You can see there's a bunch of different shawls of different colors, but she just grabs a green one off the top and hands it over to Maribel. At which point Maribel takes off the heavy robe, and you see that underneath the robe she is wearing like a long sleeved shirt that she's starting to like roll up to meet to the top of her elbows. And you get a full like look at her really at this point. She has curly red hair and two medium-sized horns. Her face has, some very bright freckles on it, and her eyes have a deep shade of green in them. But the thing that stands out the most is the actual patterning on her fur. She has bright red fur, which is already uncommon for satyrs. But you also see black speckles that cover the entirety of her legs. And after a moment, she throws the shawl on and adjusts it a bit to where it covers both her horns and the top of her head. And she lets out a small smile.
Okay, Samson, seeing that this clothing
I smile back.
seeing that this clothing
I
ordeal
grin
has
back.
been resolved, Samson slowly puts back the sweater that he pulled from his bag that's made out of the hair of all the men that he's killed. And
Serial killer?
just kidding, that didn't happen.
Samson!
Samson's eccentric. What does he got to
I'm
say?
scared of
What's he
him.
got to say? He's eccentric. Then
Yes, me, eccentric. I collect from the people I kill.
I'm a fucking lion. Give me a
side
break,
hobby.
guys.
Then a few moments. After a few moments of that, Yekik, yourself, and Maribel are both fully healed. Maribel didn't really take long to heal, but you got a sense that she felt bad letting you sit on the bench being healed by herself, so she just stayed by you the whole time. And not much longer later, you get a message from Kobe as he comes up and says, "Hey guys, we have your stuff ready to be picked up, and we already got your horses ready. If you're, ready to head out a little earlier than you expected."
Give me a moment to grab my text. I will be out in a couple minutes.
He says, "It's okay, no problem. I don't have to wait on you." And he goes back inside the building. The two horses that are to be shared by the four of you, as well as satchels full of new gear that are already on the back of the horses. The new gear being winter clothing, some additional lengths of rope in case there's any kind of mountain climbing, some basic necessities that you might need, fire starting kits, and then one last additional little gift to all of you: 5 gold pieces in each of the 3 packs. Each of them with a small note from Tipping saying, "A bonus for doing a small mission without any sort of reward promised."
Wow.
Nice.
Implying that he's giving you a little bit of a tip for completing the mission of saving Maribel. And
I wanna write a letter to Muriel and tell
Maribel?
her, no, Muriel, and Calaito there, and
that's
tell her
right.
that I'll be there soon.
Okay. All right. You give Kobe the letter. And Kobe says, "Who's it going to? Besides this name you put on here."
Kobe, I think that's illegal to ask.
No.
You're breaking the law.
Nope. I need an address to know who it goes to.
Kobe, that's crimes. No.
Cody's a bad boy, Cody. You can defend him all you want, but he's breaking postal code right now.
I know how the mail works.
Mail fraud.
Mail.
No, I
says-
have him send it to the Arusto estate at Calaito Vare.
He says, "Okay, Samson, play coy all you want. I know all secrets." And he walks back into the scout's den. He looks back at the scout's den before looking back at you and giving a sly wink.
Kobe talks a lot of shit for somebody who's in like throat ripping distance. For somebody who's in cum shot distance.
God, I'm so glad I started marking the stream as 18 plus. Jesus Christ.
Fun fact: Lynn has committed mail fraud many times.
Anyways, I think when it comes to opening your significant other's mail, I don't know if it counts as fraud anymore.
No. Lynn orders mail under my name, so it gets to the apartment.
Okay.
But
I'm
it's
Sorry,
their own
I'll
mail.
give you the box so I can get my thing next.
Anyways, a little bit more time goes by as you all decide, it's about time that you mount the horses and start riding out.
How about
And
flying
the-
out, babe?
You can fly if you wish. Two of you on either horse, one of you flying perhaps. But the journey to Calaito Vare does take roughly 6 days. And nothing of any real consequence happens across the first 2.5 days. But towards the end of the end of the third day, you all come across a village that meets right at the very middle where the snow starts to appear and the coniferous woods and mountain ranges begin to end. Just before you enter the long white plain that is the last 2 and some change days of travel into Calaito Vare. As you come to the village, you show that you all are members of the Scouts Den, and they happily offer you a couple of rooms, as is the typical agreement with certain villages. They have agreements with the Scouts Den where if a scout comes by, they are granted safe harbor for a day, maybe 2, just on their journey until they reach the destination in which they are supposed to complete their mission. And it is here that you all rest up and finally begin to and finally begin to see the beginning of the end of your first journey together as a trio. And that's campaign. Or that's session, not campaign. The entire campaign was not one fight and a road trip.
Yeah.
Good job, team. Oh, and by the way, just to speed things along and make things a little bit more interesting for the next campaign, it's a little early, but I'm going to say go ahead and level up.
No, I always level up my characters from first level after the first session, dude.
Yeah,
Level
it's so
one's
boring.
sucked ass.
It's